Circuits can be very, very, very complicated. Thankfully, there's a way around that called Thevenin's equivalent circuit, which is also known as Thevenin's theorem. Let's move on to an analogy to get our understanding. Think of a large crowd leaving through a small door. There's lots of chaos going on. However, on the other side of the door, you've got a small single file of people leaving. That's what Thevenin's does, changes something complicated into something simple. Let's move on to the concept. First, you want to short the voltage sources and open the current sources. Next, you want to calculate RTH, which is the open circuit resistance. Third, you want to calculate your ETH and open the load resistor. Fourth, you want to redraw the circuit as shown. You can see the diagram there, and calculate the current if necessary. Our example won't include that, however, many examples do. Here we have our example. We've got our power source, our two resistors, and our load resistor. We've also got our points A and B. So we're going to move on to calculating the RTH. You can see there we've removed our power source. We've got points A and B, and we've got our two resistors there. To do this, we're just going to calculate our resistance as normal. You can see they're in parallel, and through a few short calculations, we're able to get that our RTH is equal to 2 ohms. We're going to put that to the side now, and we're going to move on to our ETH. For this, we're going to return our power source, and you can see we're calculating ETH between points A and B. The calculations to this is very simple. We're going to use our voltage divider rule, which we should all know, and through doing that, we are able to calculate that our ETH is 6 volts. Now we're going to bring back our RTH and put it all together. Here we've got our calculations and our answers, and we put our ETH and our RTH back into the circuit, and you can see the final product there. It was quite simple and very easy, but by following the steps, you're allowed to stay on track and you're destined to get the answer. Tips and tricks for solving Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Nodal analysis is very useful for solving these type of questions, especially the ones that have current. The voltage divider rule, as we saw, was used in this question, and it is always necessary to understand. And Ohm's law can be so helpful, so make sure you have that at the top of your fingertips when doing these types of questions. Please take note that the example provided was very simple. To master Thevenin's equivalent circuit, continue to practice, as practice makes perfect. Thank you for watching.